Believe it or not, I made more gains in the past 90 days than my whole 10-year fitness journey. I started at the age of 15 lifting weights, and I wish I would have known these mistakes a lot sooner so I could look a lot better a lot sooner. It is only in the past 90 days where I did concrete research, applied it to myself, that I saw tremendous gains. When I started off at the beginning of these 90 days, I looked like absolute garbage, and that is because I committed one major lifting mistake. But in this video, we're only going to go over the 4 major mistakes that beginner lifters do that you should totally avoid in order to see a maximum of progress in your 90-day transformation. The first major mistake, and I am a victim of this, is switching up my programs too quick. I would start a fitness program, a gym program, and maybe I would do it for 3 to 4 weeks, not see any results, and switch it up. I would go from a bodybuilding program to a powerlifting program to a power building program to a hybrid athlete program. No matter what program you take, considering that it is a decent program, don't switch it up. Let your body see progress. Give it at least 8 weeks, which is 2 months. Why do you need to do that? You give your body time to adapt mechanically to the lifts. You refine your lifting techniques. If you keep switching different exercises, how are you supposed to perfect that specific exercise? And when you perfect that specific exercise, you are correctly hitting the specific muscle. And when you hit a muscle correctly, well, you will see growth. Growth comes with progressive overload. If you're constantly switching up your program, even the order of the exercises that you're doing in the program, you will have a hard time knowing the weight that you use, how much you lifted the last time, how much more you should lift this time. And if you keep switching up the order of the exercises as well, let's say you do incline dumbbell press and the next exercise after that is chest flies. And in the next chest workout, you start off with chest flies and do incline dumbbell press. Your chest will be fatigued from doing the chest flies. So let's say, for example, you normally use 50 pounds on the incline dumbbell press. Well, because you are fatigued from the chest flies, you will probably do 40 pounds on the incline dumbbell press. So you're not necessarily progressively overloading. But let's say you stay consistent with the program and you always start off with incline dumbbell press for the whole 8 to 12 weeks. Well, it will be easier for you to add reps and to add weight by the time you arrive at the 12th week. When you do this, you will see tremendous gains because your muscles will have grown. So stick to a plan for 8 to 12 weeks. Track your lifts, progressively overload. Don't switch up the exercises, keep doing them, and I can guarantee you will see a major difference. The second mistake, which is something that 99.9% of lifters have to go through, it's like a canon event, is a dirty bulk. What I would suggest if you are new and you're trying to put on some weight and you're trying to put on some mass, go on a slight calorie surplus. I would say 200 to 300 extra calories per day. Eat whole foods, eat clean foods, and track your weight. See how much you gain by the end of the week. If you don't see any progress at all, add another 100 calories and keep on adding until you feel satisfied with the weight and the amount of weight that you are gaining. You don't need to dirty bulk. And this segues perfectly on the third mistake, which is not eating enough proteins, just eating whatever. Because I went on a dirty bulk, I was focusing too much on just getting calories in, and I didn't focus on getting protein. You're supposed to eat 0.8 to about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I highly doubt I was even hitting my protein goal at the end of the day, just because I was thinking about eating. Like, the more calories I get in, the bigger I'll look, the bigger I'll get, etc., etc. But if I had only focused on the protein goal, I would have probably saw a lot more gains. I would get fatter and I would look flatter, even though I was hitting the gym consistently, because my muscles were not getting repaired. They were not getting properly fueled up and properly recovering from my workouts because the protein was not there. It is essential for you to hit your protein goals. Finally, the major mistake, the final sin, is overtraining. Less is more. And I'm not saying that you should lift once a week, but you don't need to do a whole bunch of volume. I see people hit the gym and they do like 5 exercises to hit one muscle, and they're doing like 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Crucial, most important part is to actually actually take it to failure is to push your muscle to the absolute limit. On some exercises, I only do 2 sets, but these 2 sets, I am giving it my all. Like, there is nothing left in the fuel tank. Like, there's no gas left. And these 2 sets are probably a lot better than some people's 4 sets because they're taking it slow, they're taking it easy on the first 2, and then they're gassing themselves out on the final 2. You don't need to spend 4 hours at the gym. An hour is all you need. Hit your muscles hard, hit them correctly with proper form, and by the end of your set, if the form starts to break down, crank it out with some shit reps. That's okay. Give it your all, push it to the limit, and that will be a lot better than a whole bunch of junk volume. Those were the 4 mistakes that cost me basically 10 years of my fitness journey. And in the moment that I stopped doing these 4 mistakes, I saw more gains in the last 90 days than in the past 10 years. Make sure that you took notes on these 4 mistakes, eliminate them completely from your fitness journey, and come back to this video and tell me how much more progress you did in the next 60 to 90 days. Make sure to subscribe, like, share this video to somebody that is clearly making these mistakes, and let me know what other videos I should do. See you guys later.